All right, there's a sign from the flagman. 1 to go. Next time by, we are going racing. All right, so lights at the car corner, pace car out. The number 9 of Mike Coleman is back out here. Everything's all good to go for that 9 machine. As Mikey Briner is going to set the pace. Here they come. Green flag, and we're racing. No. It's a no-go. They're supposed to ease into turn 3, not green flag from the backstretch. So that's how a restart, that's how a start goes here. All right, that's going to do it again. Here they come, they come, they come. Green flag, and we're racing. So Tom Godley going to try to grab the early lead away from Mikey Briner. Mike Lloyd going to go right with him. Whoa. For Mike Lloyd, a little high. Some sparks coming out of the 0 car. Max Kaler looking to the inside of Mike Lloyd right away as he's going to try to go to work, and they're early going to this race. Barco and Wild Willie Nelson side by side coming into 3 and 4. Byer slides in front of driver X. '75 now, Mike Byer trying to get away from DJ Smith Jr. and driver X. Looks like Mike Byer in that 75, that rear end was kind of all over the place there coming out of turn 4. DJ Smith Jr. now on the inside of driver X. Max Kaler on the inside of Mikey Briner as they're going to battle it out. DJ Smith Jr. side by side with those two are in the top 3 in points, and the car right in front of them is in second points. But Tom Guiley's out there all by himself, the veteran. Everybody else just kind of single file racing. Jerry Stafford the second in the back. Started to look to the inside of Jake Van Oski, just kind of running along that inside now. Mike Coleman might try to get out of last place and get around him. This DJ Smith and driver X still battling it out right behind Mike Byer. Still the battle goes on. As Tom Guiley's getting away. Mike Briner in second. Third is Max Kaler. Fourth is Mike the Meteor Lloyd. Following is Mike Byer. And then it's Reynolds and Smith. Whoa! Max Kaler and Mikey Briner are getting into it, and they're still getting in. Look out, we're going to have a, oh, it's going to get ugly. Hang on to it. Oh! That got interesting. That's not how you're supposed to race. Max Kaler and Mikey Briner. So the Rockford Speedway officials are going to say the black flag will be given to both the 13 car and the 17 car, as they will get the black flag for driving that way. So I'm sure that both drivers aren't very happy. A lot of damage to the 17 car and to the 13 car. $10:20 to go. All right, lights in the car corner, pace car out. They're now entering the Raw Steel Collision Center restart zone. Here they come. Green flag, and this could get ugly quick because it looked like somebody checked up and everybody got wobbly, but we're okay. Looked like maybe the 40 Tom Guiley checked out. He did put the yellow flag out because that didn't look very good at all. Tom Guiley playing mind games and kind of checking everybody up there. So they're going to go ahead and bring the group back to where they just had decided to start at. All right, we're going to try it again. They're now entering the Raw Steel Collision Center restart zone. Here they come. Green flag, and we're racing. And they're already beating banging from Mike Byer and Mike Lloyd. So far, so good. Mike Lloyd having all kinds of issues in the zero car as he's now on the hard inside. Not sure what happened with the zero machine. But it's DJ Smith Jr. to challenge Barco for fourth. We'll see if Mike Byer can catch Tom Guiley. It looks like Tom Guiley's getting ready to pull away again. So Mike Byer kind of outside inside, probably needs to pick a lane. There he goes. He's on the outside now. Reynolds is going to try to make a pass around him. As Reynolds and Byer go side by side. Byer got away a little bit there coming out of turn 4. Reynolds goes back to work coming out of turn 2. Into turn 3. Everybody single file. Wild Willie Nelson starting to look to the inside of David Thomason, the birthday boy. DJ Smith Jr. now on the inside of Barco. Reynolds to the inside of Byer again. Reynolds looks turns, but Byer seems to pull away coming out of the turns. DJ Smith down low to try Barco to get in front of him. Smith Jr. backing away from Barco that time. He's going to tuck behind him. It didn't seem to work out for him. As the laps are winding down, 20 down, 10 to go for Tom Guiley. I don't think anybody's going to catch Tom Guiley, folks. Byer running second, Reynolds third. Barco fourth, DJ Smith and Reynolds starting to look to the inside of Byer. DJ Smith now trying to challenge Barco to get around Rhett Barco. Great battle between those two. Five to go. Next, Tom Guiley. as the battle continues between Driver X and Mike Byer. David Thomason looking to get around Rhett the Jet. Here comes David Thomason. Wild Willie Nelson looking to get around Rhett Barco. We'll see if John Reynolds Jr. can get around Mike Byer. They're battling for second place. White flag out for Tom Guiley. Here comes your winner. It's Tom Guiley. Who's going to get second? Mike Byer for second, Reynolds Jr. for third, fourth for Smith, fifth for Thomason, sixth for Wild Willie Nelson, seventh for Rhett Barco. Eighth will go to Jake Van Oske. How about that? The veteran getting a big win tonight. Looks like DJ Smith giving Tom Guiley some big congratulations. HG Plumbing, 815-218-2525, Thierry's Race Engines and Components. Tesla Garages, B&G Oils. Pathfinder Chassis, Brian Bagwell Motorsports. All sponsors of that car. Sanders Antique Auto, 815-226-0535. As he's getting ready to get out, drove a great race tonight. There goes the hat. All right, make some noise, Rockford Speedway. It's Tom Guiley. Tom, congratulations, sir. We had in the earlier race this year, we were at the State Park Speedway in the Big 8 race, and I interviewed somebody else, and later that night, here comes Tom Guiley to get that win. But this win tonight, your car was so fast. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen you race this fast before, and you were on rails tonight, sir. What do you got to say about that?
I really am surprised. We showed up tonight just to make sure we were ready for short track, and we blew a master cylinder on the clutch. We blew a valve cover gasket out of it, and in the heat race, we junked the right front shock. So the fact that we're here is really surprising. And the Wausau thing, that was pretty cool. We were just the first car to cross the finish line legal.
It was a good race. Tom, I want to ask you, I know I got to watch the Outside the Fence podcast, but you did say when you were a guest that night how many years you had been racing. When did you start as a rookie here at the Rockford Speedway?
I started in the Roadrunners in '85. I won the championship of the Sportsman class the first year they had it, and I was running for rookie in '87 in the late models.
Well, you just seem to not lose any touch whatsoever as you were just king of the track tonight. You got anybody you want to thank, sir?
I got to thank my son, Jake. You know, he's pretty much my car owner and my crew chief. And my best buddy, Jeff Tenor, last year was my last year racing. And I was really serious about it. And he talked me into it. And Jake's like, you know, after short track last year, let's just go do this another year. And now we've won 2, and we're within 20-some points of the lead of the Big 8, and I'm having a ball.
I'm guessing this could be a prelude to the Big 8 coming for National Short Track Championships. Don't change a thing, maybe?
She's not quite where it needs to be, but it's pretty good, and it's where I like it. It gets better as we go, and that's the way I try to make them. So we'll adjust a little bit, but we're not going to mess much.
All right, outstanding. Tom Guiley, congratulations, sir. Rockford Speedway, make some noise. It's Tom Guiley.